a war crime. It followed a similar strike on the same prison compound back in 2022 by a Saudi-led coalition targeting the Houthis. Christine Beckerle, Amnesty's deputy Middle East and North Africa director, said, quote, "I didn't actually believe that it was possible that the U.S. would carry out an airstrike on the same compound, resulting in a significant level of civilian harm," she said. The U.S. federal government shutdown has entered its 29th day. The Senate yesterday failed for the 13th time to pass a Republican-backed spending bill that would end the shutdown. Meanwhile, 25 states and Washington, D.C. are suing the Trump administration over the suspension of SNAP. That's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. The states are asking a federal judge in Massachusetts to order the Department of Agriculture to provide SNAP food aid benefits for November. In their lawsuit, the state officials write, quote, "Shutting off SNAP benefits will cause deterioration of public health and well-being. Ultimately, the states will bear costs associated with many of these harms," unquote. The Trump administration has vowed to not tap into a $5 billion contingency fund to keep SNAP.
Right, just like that.
Yep.
We back.
Well, let me unmute this. Okay.
All right, welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Yeah, you want to keep that one muted because sound not coming from over there, but that's all right. Yeah, I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAT.
See that?
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new
gangsta.
baby.
Now
Yeah,
if you don't know,
now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Just because Q ain't trust me. Look,
It ain't you. It's the system.
Hey,
It's the system. I'm trying to.
I want to say a
it ain't
live
you. It's
thank
the
you to our viewers,
Yes.
our viewing audience on Facebook.
Right
Thank
on.
y'all so much for all y'all do. Y'all always be looking out for us, so we always appreciate it.
Right on. And we also got a guest in the building, Mr. Rob Perry of Sowing Seeds Tennis. What's good, brother?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it bringing me through this morning.
Man, introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you is.
So I'm Rob Perry. I'm the founder of Sowing Seeds Tennis. Actually been doing it in the community since around 2003. Although I actually formed the nonprofit side of it in 2018. I know that's a long gap there, but you know, I've always done pretty well for myself. So a lot of it was coming out of my pocket. And then I was like, wait a minute, it got too expensive. So I had to, exactly. I've had to file that nonprofit. So now I receive a little help from the community, a little help from some businesses that allows me to get equipment and do the things that I need to do for the kids in this community.
Okay. And how did you end up doing tennis?
Well, as a youngster, I actually did okay in high school, but I played tennis in high school, and I noticed that I had a lot of tennis scholarship offers. So I was just like, wow. I said, you know, I don't think a lot of people know that they can get a free education by playing tennis. It's probably one of the easiest scholarships to get. So when I eventually had some kids, I said, okay, in America, you either got time or money. So I knew I didn't have the money, so I took the time to teach my kids to play tennis. And as they got older and in high school, they had a lot of offers as well. But along the way, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to enlighten a lot of the kids in the neighborhood onto this. So what I would do is I would give free lessons to all of the kids, anybody who wanted to show up. I would give lessons to all of the kids. And I did that all the way up until about 2016. I was able to ensure that all the kids in the program graduated from high school. I was able to get approximately 30 kids tennis scholarships right out of this community. A lot of people don't even know about. So I took a break in 2016. And I came back in 2018. That's why a lot of the kids today are a lot smaller. Because a lot of the kids are third, fourth, fifth. You know, I got a few 8th and 9th graders, but exactly. So that's how I got started. I knew it was a good opportunity to get kids an education and also a good way to mentor them as well.
Well, that's amazing, man. And you not only are you teaching them tennis, but you're doing the mentorship piece and providing that holistic wraparound approach.
Yes.
So let's fast forward to last week.
Okay.
And again, I invited you because I saw your Facebook post.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's others that might have seen it at this point now, about an incident that happened while you were out there with the youth. Would you mind, taking us through that?
Yeah.
And
So
take your time, because I know sometimes when you recounting these things, you can kind of get worked up a little bit. So take your time.
Well, let me preface it by saying, Brother John is right. You sometimes when you think about these things, you can kind of get reheated again. And after every practice with the kids, I talk to them, and this is what it's really about.
Okay.
I talk to them about, using your words. I talk to them about, picking the right friends and being emotionally intelligent and just things of that nature, because that's really what it's about with those kids.
Right.
So as this gentleman was, he wanted a court. He was just like, you guys are monopolizing the courts, blah, 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 blah. It's all of these kids out here, you need to let some other people play. And then he said, that I told him, hey, we're finished at 7, we'll, you can have the court. Yeah, exactly.
You got next.
Yeah, I've been doing this for years. Everybody in the community know it. At Campbell's Park, from 6 to 7, the first 3 courts, so and C's tennis got it. The kids in the community got it.
And no pressure, no problem.
Exactly. No issues. Well, this guy had an issue with it.
Okay.
And he went on to say, some racially derogatory words towards me.
Okay.
And then he went on, and that's, I'm like, whatever, you can say whatever you want to say. But when he turned to me and said that I was actually coaching up future murderers, future thugs, future gangbangers, and told me that they didn't belong in his sport, I had to go back to the things that I was teaching the kids. I got to practice what I preach, because everybody, people who know me, they know where I'm from. Y'all know how we are here in the Burg, so I had to not allow him to cause a reaction out of me. I had to, exactly. So as he walked out, he did say, I'll be back.
Okay.
He said, I'll be back next Wednesday.
Okay.
And I'm going to be back with all of my people.
Oh.
And all of my friends.
Okay.
And we going to take these courts. And those kids won't have these courts next week. So, so he didn't threaten the kids, but he did say he was coming back.
Where I'm from, when you say you're going to be back and you're coming back with your people,
well,
I take that as a threat.
Yeah, and a few people that was out there did as well. They
call it implied.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say I'm gonna take over the court with me, I'm like, come on, man.
You
already take the court over.
So do you see? I have a question.
Sure.
Because, like, my mind is going. So do you think he's gonna try to get there early so that you can't get the courts at 6 o'clock as well? So, like, when you get there at 6, he's already there at like 5, and like I'm not leaving.
For a confrontation.
So there's no way to book the court.
Right. So.
But I mean, here's the thing. I'm sure there's a way to book the court. The short answer.
Right.
But here's the thing. Like, we with Fernando over there at Child's Park for basketball.
Yes, we do.
And he come out there 10, 12 kids every, I think, second Saturday, and he just take the court. Like, because it's, it's available, it's open. So you don't have a situation where you need to call and reserve it. And like Rob said, he's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
You just pull up and you know what I mean?
Right.
The court's available. So I'm sure there is a way to do it, but in 20 years of doing this, you never have to book the court. So what are we talking about?
Right, exactly. So, so when it eventually started, I was at Jet Jackson. Well, back, it was so long ago, it was still Wildwood at the time. Yeah. So it was only 2 courts.
Okay.
So a city official was like, man, it's too dangerous out here with all these kids, and you only got 2 courts.
Okay.
Why don't you go over to Campbell's Park and you take the first 3 and leave the last one for the public?
Okay.
So for the last, I'll say 8.5 years, it's been at Campbell's Park with no issues.
Yeah.
And before that, it was at Jet Jackson for years.
Yeah.
Nobody really bothered me over there.
But waiting in line
exactly
Wildwood for a tennis court.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when I was asked to move to Campbell's Park, didn't have any issues. And some people would say, hey, what's going on here, but they would see what was going on and say, much respect to you, man. Much respect.
I'm backing away.
Exactly. What do you need for these kids?
Exactly.
So to your point, there is a way, and I think there's some city officials working through that to say, hey, you know what? Every Wednesday, you got these courses for an hour.
Yeah.
As a result of this,
as a result of this.
I think of ways to use this to absolutely formalize your program, right?
Yeah.
And get full city support, and not just courts, but also balls, rackets.
Right.
See if they can connect you with Foot Locker, right? Don't the city just got to deal with Foot? See if they can get you some shoes. I'm just thinking creative right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Using something that was meant to hurt us, right?
Right.
But use it to help us.
And
right.
And that was my initial response. And that's why when I reached out to Rob, I'm like, hey, man, I see what's happening. How can we help?
Right.
But then the other side of it was like, what's the cash out? Like, how can we
exactly.
start pouring into the program and really not allowing this to be the headline.
Exactly.
Like, the perfect neighbor, you know what I'm saying? In air quotes, to be the headline and to be the story. Like, we want the story to be the amazing work that you're doing and seeing how we can get you some support. So what has how has the community's response been following your post?
The community, wow, it's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
I actually, so as a lot of people probably know, tennis is an expensive sport.
Yeah.
Those rackets, they run $200+ and real tennis shoes, they $150. Exactly. Not the one. Exactly. So they're not the same.
Right.
So they're not the same. So one of the things that I really need for those kids are what we call green dot balls. They're lighter than a regular tennis ball. They don't bounce as high. It's really good for kids that are beginners. Exactly. So when you did that and said, hey, can you guys sow a seed into this organization? I was able to go and get 2 cases of green dot balls.
Right.
I was able to go and get 2 new ball carriers, which I needed.
I say by the end of next week, you're gonna have your ball.
Yeah, he did tell me that. So I mean, so I wanna truly thank Brother John and this radio podcast, this radio station for doing what you did, because that's what I need. And I will say, it's some good people out there.
Oh yeah,
it's some great people out there.
More than not.
And if I can, I want to shout out a couple of them.
Yeah, go ahead.
St. Pete Tennis Center.
Okay.
They are even though they have their own program, they
the one that's at Bartlett?
Yeah, right at Bartlett.
Frank Pierce.
Frank Pierce. There's Bartlett. There's a gentleman over there named Jack Bailey. He's he's the manager over there. He runs that facility, and I'm like a little brother to him. He makes sure that my program has what it needs. There's a Countryside Country Club.
Okay.
They do a shoe drive for me every now and then. Nice. So what happens is, matter of fact, if you come out today, you'll see that I'll be giving some shoes away, because they do a shoe drive for me. Isla Country Club.
Okay.
They.
I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, well, it's out heading towards the beach. Yeah, you got to go over the bridge to get there. That country club is a huge supporter of Sowing Seeds Tennis. Every year they allow me to have 3 of my kids go to their tennis camp.
Okay.
So they get the experience of the kids that are aspiring to be professionals.
Okay.
So they get to work out with them.
Right,
so yeah, so
right.
So
and then see what that next level of commitment
exactly,
looks like. Yeah,
exactly. So
once a week getting my skills up,
exactly
going to see that.
Exactly, yeah. and lastly, the volunteers that come out, because I'm by myself, and sometimes I may have 20 to 40 kids out there, so it gets a little tough. Yeah, and
programs have a problem getting 5 kids. 10 kids, and to have 40 kids, bro, you're doing an amazing job.
Well, let me tell you why I think that is.
Yeah.
Because I'm tough on those kids, but they know I love them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? you know, I want to see that report card.
That's right.
When that report card come out, coach looking for that report card.
Right.
You don't bring that report card, you better have your running shoes on.
Yeah.
You know, because you running some laps. Yeah, you running some laps. So they bring those report cards, and they know when they and even if the report card isn't, you know, what we want to see, you know, we talk through it one-on-one, of course, but we talk through it. You know, I have a couple of retired teachers that help with tutoring. You know, so it's not just tennis; it's about that education piece.
And that's why we really thought it was important to have you come in and
right.
make that up, man. Because again, it's the purpose of the New Image Project.
Right.
It's to highlight, you know, positive images, positive people doing great work, to redefine what's cool. And so we just, man, seeing you and what you were doing, knowing it. I seen somebody mention that you were at Charles Park for a while.
I was.
I remember.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was.
The work is amazing because you've been all to the key neighborhoods.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That need your foot.
What do we call it? Underrepresented.
Exactly.
From Charles Park to
Wildwood,
to Campbell Park.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, that's our alliance.
Exactly.
That's
That's
our group. And
Yeah.
you working between each one of those parts,
you know,
really help our neighborhood. That's what I did.
Yeah,
that's our alliance.
Exactly.
Right.
And if I can, I want to tell a quick 20-second story that I just, it made me feel really good. So a couple of years back, there was a kid that didn't want to leave practice. And it was during daylight savings time. So it was dark. And his mama was across the street. I think it's called Citrus Grove now. She was across the street yelling, "Boy, come home."
Okay. So
he ran down the street the opposite way. So I was like, "Don't worry, ma'am, I'll get it." A lot of those kids, I've never even met the parents. Right. You know, they just come. They just show up. So I said, "Don't worry, ma'am, I get him."
Okay.
So I caught up with him, talked to him. You know, they respect coach. Talked to him. So I ain't want him walking across the street by himself and stuff. So I walked him over there. And so, you know, it was some brothers was over there, and you know, they was just like, "Hey, coach, let me talk to you." Yeah. And these was the brothers. You know what I'm saying? These was the boys. You know, these was the boys.
Brothers with the
exactly. These was the boys. So they say, "Coach, hey man, listen, we see what you're doing with them kids, man. We appreciate you." Wow. You know, and they was just like, "Man, if you ever need anything, you ever have any problems, you come get us. We'll solve it." Okay. And I was just like, wow. Yeah. You know, for those dudes to see what I actually do and embrace me and say, "Man, you need anything. That's right. You let us know." That's right. And I was just like, wow. You know, there's a lot of people who won't even walk in there.
But see, that's the beautiful thing about being there. Because
right.
when you there, you see that all the time.
Exactly.
Like that's my Charles Park story. That's me in the neighborhood. When when you walk up on people and they know that you're doing good things, they're not trying to stop you. They're not trying to get in your way.
Exactly.
They're trying to figure out how they can help you.
Exactly.
Or not, at least not hurt you.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That part.
And you know what?
Not trying to bother you, ain't trying to get in your way.
And what you'll see is people who feel like they're trapped in something and they see that somebody else don't have to go down that same road they went down.
Right.
They're applauding because they feel like, hey, I didn't have this outlet. Right. And now I'm sitting up here, right here, and I don't feel like I have another path to go, but I don't want nobody else to do this path. And so if I can stop somebody else, this is my way of giving back as well.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Just tuning in, we are here at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams. We have Rob Perry. He's the founder of Sowing Seeds Tennis. We actually put the link in the chat for those who like to learn more about the program and support. You can do that. He's talking about a recent incident that has inspired the community, man, and it really got us, you know, worked up and directed, really giving us something to do.
Right.
And so we have something to do this evening. We coming over. We're gonna be at
what time? So it starts at 6, but what time?
We saying 5:30.
Okay, that's
pull up.
Pull up at 5:30.
And then what can the people expect tonight?
What the people can expect tonight, I think it's gonna be a lot of people out there. I just do want to say I appreciate the support from the kids. I didn't realize so many people had my phone number.
Okay.
So people,
I putting out a lot of cards.
Yeah, that's true. But what they can expect tonight is what happens every Wednesday. They will see me out there with the kids, running them through drills. Okay. They'll see me making sure that they are having a good time. And if they stay long enough, they'll get a chance to see that famous Sowing Seeds Rob Perry huddle up.
Okay.
And that huddle up is where I talk to them and speak life into them.
Yeah.
I empower them. I let them know they can be what they want to be. I make sure that they are holding their head up high. I make sure that they are high character kids. I make sure that they are hearing that, and so this way that they know that when they leave that tennis court, that they know somebody believe in them.
That's right.
You know, because I say a lot of those kids don't have a lot of consistency in their life. And I'm telling you, I'm there every Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm not hard to find. Unless it's raining, I'm there.
That's right.
So and those kids know that as well. So that's what you can expect to see if you show up tonight.
I hear that. And a lot of your peers and coworkers, because I've seen people say they leaving work early.
And they offering lunch too. So Steve just said that he'll be there and they can do lunch for the kids if needed.
So I want to say
is that needed?
No, it's not. It's not needed today. And a matter of fact, I had a gentleman that said, "Hey, I want to." He came to my office yesterday. He was like, "Hey, I want to start bringing hot dogs and hamburgers for the kids." And I say, "Hold on." Yeah. I say they got to earn that. Okay. I say, I want you to come on report card day. Okay. Because that's when I usually bring pizza and chicken wings and things like that. Okay. Yeah, I don't want them to get all of this praise and they haven't done anything yet. Okay. So that's a part of it, you know. So, participation. No. We got some discipline over at So and C's Tennis.
Listen, I really want to say thank you for the work you're doing, and that incident that happened. It feels like it's so much positivity coming out of it that I see that man and say thank you because we needed that inspiration to light the fire under the community's butt. Stand up for these kids, and now who knows, the sky's really the limit right now.
It is
like what you see yourself in 5-10 years, your group.
Well, you know, my dream is to be able to do this 4 times a week. Okay. And that's my dream, to be able to do this 4 times a week and start truly grooming some tennis players from St. Petersburg. Okay. And I have a Sowing Seeds van. And we travel around to these tennis tournaments and we kick butt. And they, you know, because when my kids were younger, they hated this. Oh, there go them Perry kids. They hated to see us coming because they knew we was coming home with them trophies. Right. They couldn't stand it. And so what I wanted to do was, if that's my dream, 5 years from now, to be able to do this 4-5 times a week, have those kids coming consistently, and try to groom a champion from right here in the Burg.
Oh man,
seeds have been sowed.
Yes, and then, that's my dream.
Forward, Miss Teresa, when I posted it, she said Rob is following in the footsteps of his father. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that. I just saw Miss Teresa's post, and so I want to ask you about that. What Miss Teresa talking about? Yeah, so so when I was, as y'all see, I'm 5'8". I wasn't the tallest guy, but I was really good at sport. Well, I was really good at sports, so I was really good athlete as a kid, and I always seemed to play on teams that didn't win. So my dad was like, "You need to be in a sport where it's just you." He said, "So why don't you start coming to the tennis courts with me?" And I think I was like maybe 9 or 10 years old, and I fell in love with it, and I truly fell in love with it in like my late teens, and eventually I was the #1 tennis player in the state in the men's 25s. Wow, so it right here in St. Pete. You know, I did a lot of traveling and played, but so I know what it takes for them kids to get there. But yeah, Miss Teresa's right. My dad was he was a good tennis player He's an all right tennis player, but he's the one who, but he actually did get me started in tennis. And that's amazing.
And they have
being able to see that.
A question is, what are the ages?
The ages are from an advanced 5 to 15. Okay. And I say advanced 5 because some 5-year-olds, they may not get in the way. They may kind of hit it. But if you got a 5-year-old that listen and can follow directions, bring them out. Okay. Well, if my daughter's listening, that's our 5-year-old. He's advanced in other areas. But listening ain't one of them that he really got figured out all the way yet. Right. But got his own idea about things. And I love it. I love it.
And so, Rob, in the time that we have, if there was a message that you had for the people or just a final thought that you wanted to leave about the program, I mean, you're welcome to stay and hang out with us, of course. But if there was something that you wanted to say that, just to, oh, yeah, I forgot to say, or I just wanted to make sure that y'all heard this from me, what would that message be today?
I just want to thank the community. I mean, this support this last week has just been unbelievable. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't know so many people had my phone number. And so I really, really just want to thank them, and I want to let them know that it's free.
Yeah.
It is free. It don't cost a dime for you to come out and get those kids into a sport that they probably, wouldn't have exposure to. Yeah. And they can come out, and if they like it, that's fine. Maybe they can pursue it because it's an easy scholarship to get. But I just want to say thank you to the community for that support. And again, thank you to you. Thank you to this platform for allowing me to come and speak this morning. It's definitely been an honor to come.
I'm so excited about tonight and just going forward. And thank you for giving us something to do. Thank you for giving us, some way to direct that energy because if I don't know if y'all paying attention to what's happening in St. Pete right now, but this unity and self-determinism is the order of the day. So us coming together, and then us deciding what we want to see and what we want to do and how we want our community to be. Like those are the two things that are really leading the dominant mindset in the spaces I'm in. Now I can't speak the way everybody else is.
No, but that's it. I unite with that.
But One Community Grocery Co-op, coming
Black
together,
Money Movement.
Black Money Movement. You know what I mean? And then this and just the ways that we're supporting. And then that was the other thing for me was, how can we tangibly support?
Yes.
And so I want to say thank you to the community because after getting your permission, because I ain't want to, sometimes I've had this happen where you get into a fight and then you look over and you see a GoFundMe in your name.
That's not my name. I did not ask for that.
But I'm like, Rob, before we do this, are you okay with us asking this? And he was like, sure. And the beautiful thing that I would say what speaks volumes to just you and your character, you was like, oh, I didn't think of that.
Right. Yeah.
Because he wasn't thinking about like resources and money and all of that. He's thinking like, man, just come out and support because this dude tripping.
And thank you to the community and to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club listeners because you heard the call and y'all came out. So
they had in there.
Yeah.
Y'all come.
Yeah. In the water, swimming across. And so I just want to say thank you to our audience and to our listeners for your support and your response and just really. Somebody said protest. I don't think it's a protest.
No,
I think it's a demonstration.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we're demonstrating. We're showing you what support for.
Unity.
And you're showing that these kids are not out there by themselves and that they have protection. Right. And so the narrative is that we don't care about our kids. Yeah. Right. And that they're just out here doing whatever. And what we're showing them is no, they got mamas, they got daddies, they got a whole village out here. Right. And so what we're going to show you and let you see how protected they are.
That's right. That's right.
And so really that's it. We want them to be out here.
Coming with no expect. You got some people like I got calls too. Like what we need today. Like they like what I need to do. You know what?
I got those calls too.
I had some open carry, conversations. I'm like, oh, these kids.
But this is a good time to show emotional intelligence, what you talk about, and to show how you can stand on business without it going any further, and show that you have somebody that's gonna protect you. You have a community here, and just look at the kids who felt like they had nobody to listen to them. Mm-hmm. And even though you're there, but you may be the one thing that's consistent in their life. And then when they come out and say, "Oh, wait, hold on, somebody threatened us," and all these people here,
right?
They look at their community different.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They look at the people different. They did start to respect even more elders because they say, "I might not know them, but that person across the street got my back."
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
And so
that's why I said it's a demonstration.
Yeah, it's a demonstration.
It's really showing that this is what's possible. This is what we can do, and really showing that we actually care about our kids, and also that our children are not criminals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real. Stop that.
Stop criminalizing our babies.
That's the problem. That's the war on the black bodies that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
And criminalizing youth that probably has never done anything wrong in their life.
Like they out here playing
Yeah, them
tennis.
kids
And let me
innocent.
tell you,
Yeah.
they don't necessarily believe that, because if you thought we was all killers, murderers, and all that other stuff, why are you staying next to me?
Yeah. Why you move that
Why
door?
do you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and jog in the street
And walk your dog.
If you really
if
felt
you
unsafe.
felt unsafe?
That is true.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like
that is
if
true.
you
Yeah.
really
I see them shirts off.
not just 5 o'clock in the
Not a
morning
worry in the world.
and dare you to look at them.
Yeah.
Anything, they riding their golf carts all through the neighborhood.
See
They
y'all on the road.
Don't respect nobody. Like, you'll be playing, they won't even say excuse me down the sidewalk. So
Right.
if you really fear the people in the community, you will respect them.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
And I think, and
I can't.
I honestly feel this way, right? That's one of the times when they say, "Hey, can you move over?" Oh yes. Yeah. See, that's what
I'm
they
gonna-
expect from us. They don't expect to say, "No, I'm not moving. We can finish and y'all can finish."
Right.
So just let the caller know we was having some.
Yeah,
Hey,
caller,
Q.
I don't think we're going to be able to hear you.
Hey Q.
Say something, caller.
Hey Q.
QQ.
They can hear him on the broadcast, but we
on
can't
there?
hear him.
Okay.
You can hear
Hey Q. I agree. I agree with Q. You know what I'm
him?
saying?
DoorDash?
Go. I hear you now.
What's wrong with the audio? This Chief Reno. Hey, so I agree with Kiana. You know what I'm saying? But then let's add to it, right, Q? It's really like patience, right? When I work on my patience, I know that this community is not going to be the same community in the next 20 years. So
But
I'll
there's
just
a
be
delay.
patient. Just a delay? What'd you say, Brother John?
Yeah.
That's it. He stopped.
Okay.
But we got a little bit of it, man. Thank you for that, King. We got a big delay, so I don't think we're gonna be able to take calls today.
Okay.
There's a lot of energy around this, a lot of people supporting this, man.
Mhm.
Like Brother John, it's the order of the day.
Yeah.
Unity.
Yeah.
and
Unity
support.
is that's like that.
We
So
taking-
that's our trending topic right now.
taking
Unity.
making lemonade.
Unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility. Like that's our sauce right now. That's what we own. And if you want to be with us, then you own that too. Like let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, so we're gonna do some politics. Mr. Edmund, you got any politics?
Oh,
you got
man,
anything?
I got politics.
And Rob again, if you're welcome to stay, but if you got
It's finna get bumpy. It's finna get bumpy.
I gotta get to the
Suggestions?
office, but I appreciate you.
Hey, man, thank you for everything. Thank you for the work, bro. It's easy.
to walk with you.
So yes, as we get into politics
Mhm.
with Mr. Edmund,
Mhm.
well, we're gonna start light because there's a lot going on in the city.
Mhm.
Tampa election was last night.
Mhm.
District 5.
Yeah.
If you paying attention, it was 5,000 votes cast in that district. 5,000. It's probably 30,000 eligible voters. So turnout is key, y'all.
It is, but when you look at the mixed messages that come out,
It is.
and what I don't like is that it discouraged people not to
participate.
from participating
Mhm.
and saying like
My
you got to
vote
be
don't matter,
right,
whatever.
or you have to the way that your input is making the change physically, like just going out there when you need both of them.
Yep.
Like you need the right people in office. You also need people out there doing the work. Right. It's like a car. Like you need all the components to make it
Yes,
work.
yes.
And together we drive smooth. If you don't have no brakes,
Your transmission slipping.
your car not gonna run right.
Mhm.
You know what I
The
mean?
starter won't turn over.
And so when you're looking at like our community, we gotta have everybody has to vote who's eligible. We need participation.
Yes.
Because you look at 5,000 people who have now picked who's going
We
to
just talked about this.
dictate
The whole district.
right. And that
big
district
decisions coming.
right. And this district don't only affect Tampa, it also affect a part of St. Pete.
Yes, we have a congressional seat that we share.
That's right.
And it's important.
But I also think that it's intentional the way that it's done. When you think of resources, right?
Yeah.
Because the knowledge of most people probably didn't even realize there wasn't an election.
Yes, this was a special election.
Because the woman
passed.
Yeah,
Right.
there we go.
And her daughter was running. It was a lot of people.
And it was a runoff.
Yeah.
And the vote was last night.
Mm-hmm.
And so tomorrow we'll get more and more information. So by Friday we'll have the full rundown. But I wanted to make sure I highlight that 5,000 people decided who's going to represent this important city council district in Tampa. No, so we got to get our voices heard, y'all. And I don't care, like Q said, I'm with Q 100%, man. We have a small amount of people decide who's leading us because so many people not participating.
Right. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that. Speaking of hearing voices, Gucci Mane.
Hold on,
you ain't done. You got some more politics.
I got one more,
and we need that. Yeah,
I got one more. So, a lot of people, whether you know it or not, the city of St. Pete has been going through a lot of turmoil. And when I say the city, I mean City Hall,
the administration. Yeah,
City Hall.
Okay,
has been going through a lot of turmoil. It's been a lot of different things happening. A lot of people moving. A lot of what they call it, moving of the goalposts.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get right to it. Former Economic Development Director Brian Caper resigned last week due to allegations and investigation around sexual impropriety or whatever. What they call it? How they call it? Sexual harassment.
It says verified allegations of sexual harassment.
So that they said verified.
Yeah, his resignation comes amid verified allegations of sexual harassment.
Woo.
Although his resignation letter did not reference the harassment findings, internal text messages and investigative detail indicate the allegations played a major role in his leaving. Caper was a key figure in the city's attempt to redevelop the Rays Stadium and the related land deals, meaning that his leadership and credibility were highly visible during a major civic project. His sudden resignation under the cloud of misconduct has also raised concerns about government transparency and oversight in large-scale public-private.
And for me, it raises the double standard that's going on in the city of St. Pete. Black people can't get a raise or a promotion, but Brian Caper has been under investigation since November 2022. That's 3 years. Inside of those 3 years, he's maybe had 2 promotions and 3 bonuses.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Under these same allegations and investigations, he has been able to oversee the largest development in the nation. Right? But this is when a black man would probably been fired after November 2022.
With just the allegations.
Black man probably would have lost his job.
So you know what? No, not even that. So like if they found out like a cop is crooked or a lawyer is crooked, right? Something like that, they go back and then question all of their cases right there, and then now they can be thrown out. So like all the deals, all the horrible deals that he made, can we then now go back and look at them?
I don't think they connecting his work product to
they
personal text messages about how in love he is with.
From what I heard, and I got some friends in high places, right? But I'm not saying all this is verified information, y'all. I'm definitely speaking from my passion, right? From the things I've witnessed in City Hall, from the things I've seen, I find it extremely suspicious that this guy has been able to continue his career, and he resigned. He was not fired. He still hasn't been fired. So my whole look on this is a little different.
Okay.
And I don't know the lady who he was working with, but from my read in February 2023, the investigators, this is where the investigators come in at. She had been put under him as an economic workforce development. You know how important workforce development and economics is to my community, the work that I do.
Yeah.
Right. To find out that a person who maybe shouldn't have been there,
right,
he should not have been there making these decisions, was allowed to stay there all the way till he felt like he wanted to leave. Till he felt like, hey, you know what? I see the RFP just came out for the raise again. For the redevelopment of the Trop again. I don't want it to be tainted. So I step down now. Can I get my my stuff?
Yeah.
Can I get my
all the stuff that come when I leave?
Can I get everything that comes with me when I resign? But I don't get if you fire me.
Yeah. Yeah, this is another one. It's another one.
We need to ring the bell. Somebody needs to say something. And I'm gonna say this. This came out through Florida politics.
Okay.
Right. Florida politics kind of got a little thing against the administration.
They beefing. Yeah.
They kind of do.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Because when you look at the media outlets, certain media outlets isn't going to touch this because they support the mayor.
Okay.
Right? Or when they touch it, they're going to touch it a certain way.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And Florida politics is touching it because they kind of got to be.
So that's why I was the first year.
So, wait. Hold on. I'm not. Or they just doing good work. They're following where and not no. So they may just be doing good work because forward politics don't necessarily always shoot shots. They go in there and they speak facts on what they have found and not going in. And so like to say that like, oh, they got you know what they're doing is what journalists are supposed to do. That's why I said, you know what I mean?
So I want to get
back in because I was on the deep end.
But I'm kind of I ain't on the deep end and I ain't on the shallow end either. Because I was just having this conversation. I met with Boyzell Hosey. Shout out to Boyzell. We trying to put some pieces together around New Image Project with his background in media and all of that kind of stuff. And so one of the parts of that conversation that we were talking about is how do things become news, right? And so you have a panda in China that's having babies. And that become the news on 5 of the 6 stations, right? And so there are some stories that come out of the administration, the rays being sold. Yeah, you'll see that's on all of the news. You saw e-bikes being enforced. That's on all. But then when you see this story about Brian Caper, who was the leader on this canceled raise deal, resigning
right before the new deal. Same day.
You don't see that on all the news outlets. You're only seeing that in one news outlet. So that does kind of like send my antennas up like, wait, this is a newsworthy thing for all of the outlets. Why is it only primarily being shared in one of the outlets? And that kind of raises. So you're right. They may just be one that's doing great work.
But what I'm saying is,
or it may be some of that other stuff.
No, but since we were just talking about that one,
yeah,
right. I'm not saying that anybody else is biased. All I'm saying is before we say that, like they have
before they doing it, but their reason for doing it is because of it's like no, they just understand that this is a significant story, and the other ones don't understand that significance.
No, that's only I'm not. So the only reason why I'm not talking about the others now, because they didn't do it. They did it. I'm talking about the one who did it. Before we say
assume best intentions.
Assume best because they may have best intentions, and even though we think that this, I don't want to speak for somebody else.
Sure.
And then we say this, and then people will run with it.
But you're right.
And then the next thing you will say is that they fabricated this because they got some beef with the administration.
That may benefit. Yeah, I hear that.
So that's why
that was wrong for me.
Yeah.
And I will retract my statement.
Okay.
But I will say, Florida policies haven't been real favorable.
Yeah.
To the administration.
I think the person who wrote the article might have been fired or resigned from the. I think Janelle Irwin Taylor. This is a fact. The person who wrote the article used to work for the mayor, like straight up.
But
that's known.
See, we did,
and that ain't.
We did into it now. Go ahead.
And I'm not saying that to either confirm that it's a beef or not. I'm just saying the person who wrote the article had a problem and left the administration under some kind of it was some tension. Yeah.
In the article, they highlighted the people leaving.
Yeah.
They highlighted Fire Chief Large. They highlighted Stephanie Owens, who they say is not.
But Large didn't leave. Large was suspended. This is what they saying. And so even when you look, but even when you think about Large, the whole Large situation and how that was handled, again, to your point about the privilege, right? Because with Large, 50 years of documented racism in this department, right? Whether it's documented or just people who are afraid to document it. Like we know that it was racism in that. He was suspended allowed to come back and then retire after 50 years.
Yep.
Like,
get your retirement.
But so this
Let me
is
take
but,
care of
okay.
you,
So
partner.
look at this. This ain't this is a story. News is news, right? And somebody has to tell it. That don't mean I don't.
I ain't talking about news. I'm talking about how they
We
handled the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, not the news. How they because if Large was Jenkins, if that was Chief Jenkins.
Jenkins gone. He don't get his retirement, and they maliciously do it.
Yeah,
and
then his whole legacy, his 49 and a half years prior to that.
We done seen that.
Like throw you away with the key.
Yeah.
So you and the key away. And that is what I feel this highlights more than the sexual allegations.
It's the double standard.
More than the text messages of somebody trying to get his shot in.
Yeah.
Right? Let's put that to the side and let's look at how black people are treated in the city of St. Pete.
Yeah.
City Hall.
Yeah.
Hello, somebody there? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
City Hall has mistreated black men and women for decades.
Yeah.
And then these guys are allowed to do whatever they want and retire with their retirement.
Right.
Yeah.
They get all their money, and they ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
And that's
Newtown, and the only way people would know about this wherever they going is if they Google them and
if they write this story.
If they Google them and then see it in Florida politics, because it's not going to be a popular search where you're going to be able to find this kind of stuff.
I think that it's a reckoning that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's bigger than the administration. Right? This is something that was baked into St. Pete when they cooked the cake.
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with like that.
But that's not leaving or letting anybody off the case.
Right. This is bigger
right.
Than...
Once you step into the building, you have a responsibility to make some changes. You can't say it was like this when I came, and it's gonna be like that when you leave.
No.
So now that you say that, wait. So okay, now why you say that when we were talking about AI, and I said they don't have to. You say yes, they do. So I'm just saying we gotta keep.
You're gonna bring it all the way full circle
across the board. It's their job to make sure that changes is made that's beneficial for everybody, and not just for the individual or for the company itself.
Well, you've been on the road. You've been on the road. I'm just gonna say it. You've been on the road.
Now, I don't like
and this is no coffee, Kiana, too. So.
I got coffee.
Oh, you got coffee? Okay. So you're just tuning in. You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We're talking about St. Pete's Economic Development Director who resigned amid allegations of sexual harassment. It's led us to a conversation about the unequal treatment of black and white employees within the city of St. Pete.
Hiring, promotions. I'm not just talking about when something is wrong. I'm talking about black people went decades without promotions.
Yeah.
And then a white guy whose cousin is in another department gets promoted and the black guy has to train him. Yeah. That's his boss right now. They might be listening to this. That's his boss right now because his cousin is the director of whoever. It might have been Brian Caper cousin. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You was doing good. Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. You was doing real good.
I'll just say, okay,
you was doing real good.
While we're doing that, another thing, because we got like 7
some dots don't need to be connected.
We got 7 minutes.
Just leave it over there.
I'm finna connect some dots.
Okay,
Jamaica.
Okay,
Jamaica.
Yes,
storm.
Yes. Serious,
it was a serious storm. And so I'm gonna tell you that as they're trying to recover, because they have yet to assess all the damages because it just happened over there, and what we're calling to action, and appealing to the listeners to either call or drop off items at the station.
Yes.
Baby food, formula, baby clothes, Pampers, clothes for adults and children, and anything that you can think of, water, canned goods, so that it can be shipped from here to go over there. The station, you can call 813-419-2035 for your pickup. If you can't drop it off at the station, somebody will come and pick up these items from you. Okay. And so 99 Jams, Cares Festa Radio is leading this charge. And so we're accepting all donations to help the people in Jamaica.
Yes, it's a disaster. If you're not knowing the storm, it came land yesterday.
Yeah.
And they expect it's supposed to be there for 2 days.
Yeah, and it's bad. I mean, sometimes you see these stories and you see it look like it's so far away because it's Jamaica, but like a lot of us have people who are family, their co-workers. I was on a call with someone, their spouse has a sister over in Jamaica that they haven't heard from. You know, it's one of those, how you doing? Well, how you people doing? It's like, I ain't heard from them. You know what I mean? So you got like that reality.
Pins and needles waiting because at this point, how can the people call?
Yeah.
They can't.
Yeah. And so it's really real for a lot of people. So just be mindful when you're talking about it. And then also, again, taking the action, because I think we put out some real tangible ways that you can support.
Yes.
And that's, again, the theme is unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility.
Yes,
and so let's do it.
I haven't heard a lot about it on national news. I haven't heard, and I thank 99 Gems for leading the way.
Yeah,
right. In its effort, because if we wait for them, we might just be waiting.
Yeah. And so, would you give them that number one more time, Kiana, if we got it just in the time that we got? Because I want to put it in the chat. Like, for those who want to support and you want to give a call, that number is
813-419-2035. And that number is for pickup. Okay. So if you have items and you cannot bring them to the station, call this number and they will come and pick up the items.
Okay.
813-419-2035. And as we get more updates, we will tell you more information of the things that they need or receive at that point in time. So just stay tuned to the station and we got you.
Right on. We got 4 minutes left, y'all. What we doing in these 4 minutes? Y'all seen this crackdown on e-bike misuse?
Yes.
After 3 fatal crashes, the St. Pete Police Department launched a 3-day enforcement operation this week targeting unsafe e-bike and e-scooter riders after 3 fatal accidents this month. We also talked about this at our Fusion 49th meeting. We've been looking at how we can improve traffic along the corridor, and one of those was having like dedicated lanes and all of that kind of stuff as a part of the conversation. But I want to say this, during that conversation, one of the members was like, we got to do something about these bicycle people. And when she said it, I was like, what you mean bicycle people? Like, because I'm kind of sensitive to like you people, y'all, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, these bicycle people. I'm like, I ride a bike too. And she was like, no, I'm talking about people on these e-bikes who don't follow the rules. And I had a road rager, an e-bike was road raging at me just because I'm finna turn right, and they just blew, they like gunning it like right in my path. And I'm like, man, I almost, boy.
People don't see you.
Yeah.
Bikes are faster. So when I last saw you, you were back there. Now you done zipped up. There's no sound.
Yeah.
So now you're closer than I thought you were.
Exactly.
And now here's an accident. And I think
and they ride in the street. So
they're the police for moving fast on this, but it's kind of slow. It's been going on, but you're right. It is very deadly.
It's definitely something that we got to pay attention to.
People just cut right across the road.
Yeah.
They don't follow the rules of the road. And I've rode an e-bike and a scooter and have not followed the rules of the road.
Okay.
So I kind of am speaking from a place of knowing how people ride these things.
Yeah, because you are people.
Yeah, and I am.
So the thing is, so what are the rules?
The road, you got to follow the rules of the road.
Right.
You got to put your road out. You got to let people know.
Yeah,
you got to identify, because you don't know if these people see you.
But I will tell you,
here's what it said. It said officers issued 161 citations for violations such as running red lights and stop signs, riding on the wrong side of the road, lane splitting, and then operating high-powered devices on public streets. And one of the other things that I saw too, I think they said if it's over 750 watts or something like that, is actually considered a motor vehicle. And so you got to actually be in the road. But when you're in the road, you got to follow the rules.
But you do. But again, and then now I'm going to say drivers, you're going to have to know the rules too. You got to know what the stop sign, what this means, because you don't know.
Knowing if they got the right of way.
And a lot of people don't know the signs, like when you put up to say you stopping and where you're going and all that. The hand signal.
A new promotional campaign, right? Chief, holler at Don J. Call Brother John.
Yeah.
And we gonna explain this stuff.
Yeah.
To the people.
Yeah, and I'm sure y'all got resources to help do public awareness and information, so y'all can spread it around and we can make sure that we get the word out.
And they can't ride.
And even if they don't, we doing it anyway.
Yeah, but they can't ride, and they can't ride in the side, and they can't ride on the sidewalk either.
I just had to say that. You're right. Yeah, you're not supposed to.
No, you can't. If you rent the scooters,
you can, but you
it stops.
But for me,
on the sidewalk.
Yes, like if you
so they got it.
Yeah, like
I know you can't go in the parks. I tried to go to a park and it
if
wouldn't let
you
me do
get
it.
on them like certain sidewalks, the bike will stop.
Yeah, you're right. Certain sidewalks.
Yeah, like it will stop.
Because how he said it's people.
You know, you buy.
I've been downtown.
I know.
I ride
downtown different. Yeah.
Downtown different. You hit that sidewalk, that bike.
It's gonna.
It's not
It's gonna let you know.
You gotta let Sister Hughes.
Come on in.
All right.
Man, this has been amazing. It's been amazing. So y'all
See
look,
y'all
like we renewed. We'll see y'all at recharge, renewed, and we'll see y'all on Friday for Freestyle Friday. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana.
I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And we out.